Right now, it seems like Donald Trump's only campaign strategy for dealing with the Harris-Walz ticket is blind rage. That is all that Donald Trump has right now. He is out there, of course, cheering on a stock market collapse because he thinks it's going to help him by, telling people how awesome it is that the stock market crashed under Democrats, even though the crash, was very short-lived. But Republicans in Washington, D.C. are seeing something completely different. What they are seeing, according to them, is Donald Trump having what they've described as a public nervous breakdown because none of his attacks on Harris are sticking. Harris now has a super strong vice presidential candidate on the ticket with her, and all of the polls, and I do mean all of the polls, have now shifted in Harris's favor. And Trump doesn't know how to handle it. He doesn't know how to go after her in a way that actually resonates with voters. So he's freaking out, he is panicking, and when he gets in that position, he gets even more extreme, which only causes more headaches, which then puts itself into this self-perpetuating cycle. But here is what insiders, Republican insiders in Washington, D.C. are saying. This is what you would call a public nervous breakdown, said Matthew Bartlett, a GOP strategist and former Trump administration appointee. This is a guy who cut through the Republican primary like a knife through butter. This is a guy who pummeled a semi-conscious president in a debate and literally out of a race. And now, this is a guy who cannot come to grips with a competitive presidential race that would require discipline and effective messaging. And we're seeing a candidate and a campaign absolutely melt down. Another one said, Democrats are racing to remake Kamala Harris from real-life Selena Meyer into the female Obama, and Donald Trump's lack of discipline is letting them. That's from a national Republican strategist who is granted anonymity to speak candidly. Every day, Trump swipes at shiny objects, attacking the popular governor of a swing state, questioning the race of his opponent, or battling cat lady comments by his VP is a day he is letting Harris define herself on her own terms. And then, of course, you have former Georgia Republican Party leader John Watson, who said, quote, attacking Brian Kemp and his family is a galactic unforced error. Among battleground voters, if we win if we have the discipline to contrast on policy, and we lose if voters decide on likability. Really, really simple. Now I'm going to take issue with some of this, right? Because Republicans are all out there telling Donald Trump, just like those quotes I read, like, you got to focus on policy. Really? Have you idiots ever seen the policy from your own party? Do you understand that a majority of voters in this country, including Republican voters, actually reject your own policy? Do you idiots, honest to God, not know that? Republican policies are hugely unpopular. And I'm not saying that all Democratic policies are super popular in contrast, but what I'm saying is that Republicans don't ever run on policy because their policy is oppression. That's what it is. We want to tell you what you can do with your body in so very many different ways these days. We want to tell you what books your child is allowed to check out of a library. We want to lift up your skirt or pull down your pants to see what kind of genitals you have before you use a public restroom because we don't want any weirdos out there, so show me what you got. Those are literally some of your policies. And of course, that doesn't even touch on the fact that y'all want to give a bunch of tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires, which even Republicans now reject. Republican voters, that is, not the politicians. So maybe stop telling Trump to run on policy, because if he does that, his polls are actually going to get worse. You guys have no winning strategy because Republicans have no winning strategy. The only time Republicans win is when Democrats screw up. So there is not a good path that Trump can take here. He is going to continue having his public nervous breakdown. He is going to continue shooting himself in the foot. And if you are successful in getting him to change course, then he's going to have to talk about policy, which of course is something he knows nothing about. So good luck with that. You crapped your own bed, and now you got to lie in it. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, We are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.